Hey, hey, hey. I'm your girl, your cousin, your sister, your niece, your neighbor, your friend, Terry Joe. And this is the Wife's Circle. Hey, Boo Boo Kitty and Thundercats. How are you today? I pray this is turning out to be a wonderful day for you. Listen, it's cold outside still, snow and ice on the ground, but we must continue to persevere. And I hope that you are taking some time to snuggle with your honey boo, your boo bae, or whatever you call your significant other. Today I want to talk about intimacy. Now get your mind out the gutter. Into me, see, is how I like to break the word down. Intimacy is a big deal in relationships. It is a big deal in your relationship with your significant other. It is a big deal in your relationship with your family. It is a big deal when it comes to relationship with God. Having intimacy is really, really important. So what is intimacy? It is close familiarity or friendship, closeness, rapport, attachment, warmth, affection. Most people think about affection when they hear the word intimacy, but it means so many other things. It means a private or cozy atmosphere. You know, like that intimate dinner that the two of you had. That is intimacy. Relations, intercourse, lovemaking. You know, that side of intimacy. We're going to talk about it all today. Intimacy in a relationship is a deep sense of closeness, trust, and emotional connection. It is often described as opening up yourself, being vulnerable, and allowing your partner to see into you. That's why it's into me, see. It's not just about lovemaking, but it's about connecting, closeness, emotional, mental, spiritual bonding. Making your partner feel safe, secure, and making sure that there is an understanding that the both of you are in this for the long haul. Intimacy. Emotional vulnerability and intimacy requires sharing your fears, your hopes, your dreams, and your insecurities without fear of judgment. See, the thing is, you have to gain the trust for someone to get to that place with you emotionally. And in order for that to happen, you have to show forth the characteristics of you are worthy to be trusted in order to share those things. And then, of course, there's the physical closeness that we all desire. Now, this physical closeness, it is not sexual. It is cuddling, holding hands, kissing, of course. And then you get to the other part, the closeness, the relational part of it. Intellectual connection is also intimacy. I love a man that has a good mind. I love a smart man. I can't stand a man that's not too intelligent. If we can't hold a conversation and talk about politics, money, current events, historical events, if all you could talk about is like stuff that actually doesn't matter, we're not connecting intimately, intellectually. So you got to make sure that the conversation is deep, it's engaging, you're sharing your ideals, your thoughts, your opinions about things. It really matters what a person has going on up here intellectually. Because guess what? If you get with somebody that's not really intellectually sound, those genes pass on to your children. So you want to make sure that you have someone that you can engage with intellectually. Shared experiences, building a life together, fostering trust, and creating moments through shared activities build intimacy. Safety and acceptance. Oh, this one is so good. When you feel completely accepted by your partner, you are safe. That's when the walls really begin to come down. This is where you also begin to expose who you are, flaws and all. Intimacy requires effort. Yes, we've talked about effort, but intimacy requires effort, time, and for many, understanding your partner's love language. Dr. Gary Chapman talks a lot about that in his book, Five Love Languages. We won't go over those right now, but my love language is presence, quality time. Spend time with me, communicate with me. Let me know, let me see that you care. Now, I'm not saying this because I want you to conform to it, but that is who I am. I value time, putting forth the effort to learn who I am, just like I'm going to put forth the effort to know who you are. These things really go the distance in a relationship. Now, let's talk about the relational part of it. Intimacy, when you come into covenant with a person. Sexual intimacy is covenant. Read your Bible, people. We just not out here willy-nilly and, going from partner to partner. No. But when you come into a oneness, a connection with someone intimately in that space, you create a covenant. That's why the Bible declares that we should not fornicate, because when you fornicate, you create covenants with all these people. Letting your partner into you, opening up yourself, being vulnerable, and allowing your partner to see into you. That's why it's into me, see. It's not just about love making, but it's about connecting, closeness, emotional, mental, spiritual bonding. Making your partner feel safe, secure, and making sure that there is an understanding that the both of you are in this for the long haul. Intimacy. Emotional vulnerability and intimacy requires sharing your fears, your hopes, your dreams, and your insecurities without fear of judgment. See, the thing is, you have to gain the trust for someone to get to that place with you emotionally. And in order for that to happen, you have to show forth the characteristics of you are worthy to be trusted in order to share those things. And then, of course, there's the physical closeness that we all desire. Now, this physical closeness, it is not sexual. It is cuddling, holding hands, kissing, of course. And then you get to the other part, the closeness, the relational part of it. Okay, so the woman that Jesus met at the well, he talks to her about her life, and he says to her that you have multiple husbands. And she was like, I'm not married. Yeah, you are. He was referring to the number of partners that she had intimately. And so when you come into intimacy with a person, you create a covenant. If you are not married, you just out here humping around, you've got covenant with a lot of people. So keep in mind, sexual intimacy, it is spiritual. So you have to guard your spirit, guard your body. Don't just be out here with people. Now, intimacy, it matters in every relationship, but this is how you need to work to build it. Prioritize your presence in your partner's life. Give your partner undivided attention. When your partner's talking to you, sharing things with you about their day, about their hopes, their dreams, or whatever it concerns their heart, don't be on your phone scrolling or typing on your laptop, but give them your attention. Let your body face their body. Connect eyes. That's how they know that they're connected to what you're saying. Actively listen. To actively listen, that means you use your whole entire body, your facial expressions and all. Express your gratitude. Verbally acknowledge the things that you appreciate about your partner. This strengthens your bond. And try something new together that helps to build intimacy. It could be a hobby, picking up, going to a new restaurant, or trying out a festival in your city that you have not gone to before. Keep it spicy, This is how you continue to build intimacy in your life. But between a husband and wife, above all things, you need to ensure that your sexual intimacy remains consistent. Don't let a whole bunch of days go by. The Bible even tells us that before the wife fast or before the husband fast, you need to come into agreement with your spouse to ensure that it's okay to fast, because during that time of fasting, you're not going to be intimate with your spouse. So you need to make sure that you follow those rules, those regulations, because you don't need to be out here talking about you on a 40-day fast. You out of order on a 40-day fast. And you married. You out of order. 40-day fast are for singles. But you want to make sure that those lines of communication are open with your spouse. Don't leave your husband hanging, and husbands, don't leave your wife hanging. Ask me how I know. I would not advise you to do that, because it's selfish, it's unfair, and it leaves room for the enemy to invade your marriage. So be wise. Create an environment of intimacy in your home with your spouse. If you are still courting, create an environment of intimacy, but don't go to the bedroom until you say, I do. Trust me, it's worth the wait. I hope this helps you build better intimacy in your relationship. I'm your girl, your cousin, your sister, your niece, and be your friend, Terry Joe, and this is The Wife's Circle. Have a great day on purpose. Boo Boo Kitty and Thundercats.